Call this meeting to order. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all the blessings that you present to each and every one of us. We ask that you guide and lead us as we go through the day. These things are asked in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Has everybody had a chance to read last week's minutes? If so, is there any changes or corrections?
Yeah,
Yes.
B on Pat Leonard. Because the extension would be considered a variance, which would extend the property size 3 feet.
Yeah.
That needs to be reworded. It didn't extend the
Yeah.
property size, it just extended the building to the property line.
To the property line.
Okay.
Okay.
And then down at the bottom, it said Russell Knoll abstained. That was me that abstained. George called.
Okay, perfect.
It was you that stayed and not Russell?
Right.
Okay. Any other corrections need to be made? If not, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Makes motion that the minutes be approved as amended.
Okay, you got a second? All in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, minutes are approved with amendments. First application is Wayne, Coxey?
Coopsey.
Coopsey. Okay. Unit 27, Block J, lots 9, 10, and 11. And Wayne has a carport he wants to enclose.
Lee, do you have a copy of the second page there, the list of materials? You have the first page.
Should get the.
Okay,
Yeah. Is this mine or yours?
Yeah.
you hang on to that for
Which,
just for a
which,
minute.
Okay, this page here, that was.
oh, okay, yeah,
That's what you were talking about.
okay.
I was looking at the picture.
I had to go back and add that to all the packets, so I wanted to make sure everyone got that.
Okay.
I don't, but that's okay.
You don't?
Yeah, you don't have this here?
As long as everybody else has it.
That's it, it is on contract.
Yeah, I can see, I don't have the back half of that page.
What packets?
There's your original one still, it's got all the color stuff in it.
That's what I got right
Well,
here.
you have it.
The original must be right here.
I have it right here,
He's got it.
You got the original there, okay.
which is okay, yeah,
Are those extra packets anywhere?
over there.
Yeah, no, no,
Okay. Let me check that. Maybe there. Full one. Yeah. This one has it.
All right.
I'll just give you that page so you don't get all confused.
I'll just trade you for that.
Perfect.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what's y'all's pleasure? Seems to have everything that,
I take it this is getting put where it says carport?
yeah,
Yeah, it's turned into.
it
a
shows
garage.
the
Yeah.
two front, the two doors there and on the sides, and,
I got you.
Make a motion to approve.
Okay.
okay, a motion to approve, second, any further discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, the applicant is approved. Next, is Kim Carver, Unit 27, Block 9, Lot 3. Is Mr.
Block
Carver
G.
here?
He's not here, he had to go to a USGS meeting,
Yes, ma'am.
and he sent me over, and I have some
Are you
questions.
his wife or just a friend or what?
I'm his secretary at work.
Secretary. Okay. What we're gonna require a plot plan
Okay,
which shows the outline of the lot. And, you have a picture of this house that he's wanting to put there.
Got that?
It needs, is there one there?
Yeah, this is,
Well, I know, but it don't show, we need the
Right.
plans.
That doesn't have
It's
the other.
just got the
Yeah.
stuff, not the structure.
And the location of the house drawn on it.
on the plot, yeah.
And, how it will be, set up as far as, blocks it's gonna be set on, or piers, or whatever. How it's gonna, what it's gonna be underpinned with, materials.
okay,
Distances off the,
Yeah, the setback, we need the setbacks, side, front, and back listed on the plan.
they gotta get a water. Yeah, tie-in.
Okay, you'll have to, yeah, and he'll have to also, first, he'll have to go to Bud and get his, water and sewer tap permits and get them paid for.
Now, that's done here.
Oh, is that done here now? Oh, okay. Well, that has to be done.
Well, it's part of the permit.
Well, I know, but that's the first step in the whole thing, is that, and then
But she's gotta get the permit first, and then you pay for the water and sewer tap at the same time you pay for the permit at the front office.
oh, is that the way they did it? No, it's, okay, they changed on me. What else do they need?
Main thing is the plot plan, and then showing the driveway location, and
Right.
off-street parking, how it's gonna be skirted.
An electric tie-in have to be shown too?
No. Make a motion to table until we get the plot plan with all
Proper documentation.
proper
Okay,
documentation.
Second.
do I have a second? All in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, the applicant is tabled until we have that information available. And, okay, next applicant, before we get the other stuff down, it was approved for one.
No, I'm so sorry.
No.
We went to Doc her
I
this
have-
week, that's all it is.
I have blown up and it is on the bus.
Next applicant is Agnes Camp, Unit 37, Lot 16. She wants to replace the patio door and add a new storage building. I guess you're here, ma'am, okay. Storage building under existing cover there at the, that is, it's already covered, right?
Oh, yes, it's in. I have a sliding door in there right
Yeah.
now. And it's not working properly and I
Okay.
have to replace it.
And the little storage shed you want to add, or is that not? No,
No,
it's just the door.
it's just replacing the door.
Okay, what, okay,
That's all it is.
okay,
Oh, I see, I guess
All right.
it's just the location.
yes, I see,
It's the location.
yeah.
Okay.
I move, we approve.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion to approve, the second, all in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, the permit is approved. You can pick your permit up, how long does it normally take?
To,
Couple hours?
I
3
guess
hours?
it just depends, I'm not sure, I've seen, they actually do it right after they're approved. Usually people leave the meeting and go once they can wait, and
I
they'll,
can go up to the office and wait.
as soon as they get the
Soon as they
paperwork,
get-
they
get
won't
your
have the
copy,
paperwork
yeah.
yet, but.
Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna give you that too.
Okay, okay.
This round. For some reason, my back didn't have this.
that one?
I don't know. That brings me to another question about this.
I've got next one.
Okay. Reports.
On. So on the new business, the topic of personnel training in the front desk, is that what we're, on the reports? Is that what you'd like to
Well,
hear?
yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, so on the, which will be old business next time, I'm looking at the minutes from the last meeting, the new business to follow up on that would be, we did talk, I had, Mr. Noel and Mr. Kerman come in and really help explain what the plot lines needed to be and what, I think what would be a good thing to transfer to Mr. Carver would be, he brought a lot of information about the structure that would be placed, but now he would need to give information about the actual lot on which it would be placed, so those are things we went over with, well, Mr. Noel went over that with me, and seeing on the list what people would have questions with, like just basic questions like, well, what is an easement and why is the print so small, and, you know, what are setbacks, and it's maybe, even though it's highlighted on these original copies, and I thought that it was highlighted with them when they're going through it, not necessarily is that the case, so. We're currently working on a new, just an overall new application, and it will be a packet rather than like just one page. So, in addition to moving or renaming this request for variance space to description of the event or description of what your request is for permit, description of construction, whichever, that's basically gonna be part of the training, so. Follow-up is, first of all, I was really trained on what these things are, and then I kinda went back and talked to the ladies up front to make sure they're transferring that information, and, this is going to be moved to a whole new, like, format by next week, so.
Great.
If you don't mind, I can have you drop by and take a look, or I can send it to you as it becomes available, that,
Or you could just present it next week and we'll look
Okay.
at it and give it a final approval.
we can go one more week with,
Yeah,
okay.
or whatever.
I think B kind of ties into that as well. The Unit 14 Lot 65, let's see, that one is actually in Linda's office. Yes, it is something that is like being looked at right now, that she said that they hadn't had a response from the young lady that inherited the property. And it's now up to Janelle to deem it worthy of knocking it down or condemning.
Okay.
But there are insurance questions that have to be answered and liability questions that have to be answered, but it's basically in, you know, it's being handled right now.
Are we
They wouldn't give me,
Are we currently in contact with this young lady so she knows what the problem is?
we haven't gotten any response.
Because we definitely need that before we do anything. It's a good job. Yeah, legally we do.
Did she get sent this registered letter, do you know?
I think so, yes,
Yeah.
but still no.
No, I understand.
To no avail.
Make sure it's done.
I also I wasn't able to get any hard details on Mickey Hubert, but that's the person who sold the lot number 1. I believe that's what it is, and that's where the open pool is located on the 7-lot plot, or 7-lot space. But, that's also in with Linda. She's looking to talk to the people that bought that property. It's Espinosa, the last name is Espinosa, and they are, not responding. They don't reside there.
Right.
They just bought the one out of
They
the
have,
7.
they have just one. So there's 3, there's Mr. Hubert, and I believe there are 3 different people that have ownership there, not just 2. But they have the one lot that she is
He's
saying
sitting
is
on-
still tied up.
I think
Yeah.
he's sitting on somebody's lot.
Mickey
He's got
Hubert,
more than one.
Mickey Hubert has 5 lots.
He has 5.
The Ford owns 1 lot,
Ah, that's it,
and
there's
another
3
individual
entities.
owns the other lot.
Right.
The other
And he
individual
built the
is,
house encroaching on both of those lots.
So which one does Espinoza own?
The one,
it's called Lot 1.
that's the one
all
that
I was-
eventually will
That's
become
being
Ford.
encroached
So,
upon,
yeah.
or?
Well,
Oh, that's the
Well,
one
it's
that
being
Ford owns?
encroached upon, but it's, no assessments have been paid, and they're looking at foreclosure on it for non-payment of assessments.
Somebody else's
Ford's gonna take that.
Right.
So you have to.
And
The
Ford-
other one has to be purchased from the people that own it,
Huh? No.
or he has to move the house off of it. And I think they've agreed to purchase the lot or purchase another lot in exchange for it.
I believe she's been working with them for like 3 months or more.
Anything else? Well, we don't have a board representative here, we don't have the building coordinator here.
Dan had his hand up.
Who?
Dan?
Oh, yes.
Well, I was wondering, I thought I had an application, I can't hear very well, so I had an application to put a storage shed on my property,
Is that what?
Uh,
on back of that?
Dan Sullivan. I turned it in a week ago yesterday.
Oh, I see.
There's a couple extra sheets on there that, yeah.
Okay, we got the wrong cover sheet on the wrong,
Agnes
Right.
Camp. And then we got the,
We got
you know,
the shed.
right.
Okay, yeah, we don't have the cover sheet.
We don't
Well, that's
have
why I
a
was
cover
looking at
sheet.
shed while
Oh,
ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
We
there's
don't have a cover
Sullivan.
sheet.
Dan.
Oh, right here, that's the Dan Sullivan right on it, yeah.
But it's got the.
Yeah, it doesn't, but they don't have a cover sheet.
Oh,
You know what happened to that?
Sheila,
that's one we sent around and they stamped.
join.me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that was proven hers. Okay, this right here is,
That's it. That's the storage shed.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sullivan.
exactly.
Okay.
So missing the shed on the
This is the cover
Yes.
sheet.
They're two separate things.
Yeah, we don't have the cover sheet for it.
Yeah,
It's off.
It's kind of a disaster, isn't it?
okay,
Is this this is
this
what
is
you
the
want to look
shed
at?
and this
Well,
is
wait a
it.
minute. The patio
But we don't
cover
have a
sheet
cover
is
sheet.
15.
An application, it should
Yes.
be in the
He
last
said he made it up.
Yeah,
minutes.
patio rear cover.
She has
Oh,
a-
where
It's
is
gonna be
she?
on-
Should have been
okay.
Was it,
No, it wasn't.
brought forward.
Was it? Property line, which is-
Well, you said he turned it in last week, I mean, turned it in,
Turn it in on the 12th.
yeah, he turned it in on Wednesday.
So it wouldn't have been in last week?
Oh, I don't have it, I can check the office.
Last week?
No, it wouldn't be in last
It
week.
wouldn't be in last week.
No, it
He
wouldn't
turned
be
it
in
in
last
last
week.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it wouldn't be there.
Uh-huh.
No, it's just,
Would they
this,
still have it?
it's just
They should have
the, that very first sheet is what's missing, is all.
That's all.
And if nothing else, we can make one of those things up in about 2.5 minutes.
I'll bring one if I don't find the original.
Sounds like a deal. Okay, so the Agnes one should have been just a single sheet.
it's just a single
That's right,
sheet, yeah.
Single sheet.
And it's right there on front, she wants to replace her door and everything, so it's- that there's fine.
Yeah.
I had a printout with a picture of it, is that there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We got it right here.
That's right here.
Have that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got everything.
We have everything except.
Everything but the front seat.
What's this lot though? Lot 17.
Unit 37, lot 17.
Okay, that's right. But the other one was 37, lot 16.
Okay.
That's why it seems to become.
Yeah.
Have some entertainment.
Anyway, we can discuss this, I think. It's pretty self-explanatory if you have the sheet here.
Yeah.
And
He's
looks
included
like
all the
where he's
setbacks,
putting
so.
it is just
Good.
fine. What it's made out of is custom made, right?
It's vinyl.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
It's like a,
Home Depot.
yeah. prefab shed.
According to the drawing, it's within the
Yes.
Setbacks.
so that shouldn't be a problem.
No problem.
I think he's right. All we need is a sheet, we don't need it to pass it.
Right, we don't.
Yeah, right.
I move to
Just to
approve.
put,
We got a motion to approve, have a
I'll
second? Okay, all in favor, raise your right hand.
There you go.
Okay, it's approved.
Thank you very much.
No
If,
Sorry,
problem.
they lost.
if she doesn't find that sheet, go sign one more of these front sheets that's here,
Sure.
just to put your name on it.
Should I go out maybe sign one right now?
Well, she's looking for it right now, she'll be back in just a second.
Maybe that big wind blew it away, you know.
There's a lot of wind in my office.
Probably all that rain we had.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, while we're waiting, was there anything else we need to discuss today on any of the?
I was wondering, did we ever get a letter out on Dawn Drive for that horse trailer that's sitting there? It's still
I have
sitting
no
there.
idea. The last I heard was that they denied it was sitting there, or that nobody knew it was sitting there.
I've got a big
Oh,
copy
what are we
of
talking
it.
about, the one in the old RV
Just
park?
as she went up there,
The
the
horse
phone,
Okay.
I mean, the computer man called, okay, here she comes back.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we've already approved this, and all we need to do is,
Have a-
So they,
have him sign it, put his name and information on there,
yeah,
Yeah.
the sheet that you had, they believe they accidentally put on the bottom.
right there.
So I'm gonna have him look at this and sign it, then we should be okay, that's separate.
No, that's.
No, that's part of it.
That's part of
Okay,
this,
Yeah,
okay,
that's the shed.
and we've already approved it, this is Miss,
and it's okay.
it's okay, then.
Okay. Just stamp it.
So what is the situation with the
I know,
horse
back to the
trailer?
horse trailer board.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still
horse
there.
trailer on Dawn Drive.
yeah, it's over there, yeah,
For me
it's
right
still
now.
there.
Just what?
Still there.
Fill this out, your name
I
and
know it.
address.
That's what I wanted. Did a letter ever get
There you
sent?
We don't know.
We don't know. We're
And
just
what's with the cargo trailer in the RV?
on the horse trailer, over on,
Is it gone? It was there the other day. Is it gone now?
No, it's still there.
was that letter sent out to them?
No, not that I, not to my knowledge, I did not send a letter.
In the
I
RV
drafted a letter and sent it
Maybe the day
for
before. I
approval,
there.
that was what, 3
Yeah.
weeks ago, right?
Right,
That same week, I sent it to Janelle, I'll have to follow up with
When
her
did I
on
go
that.
by there?
okay.
Does that include the horse trailer on Dawn Drive?
That's what I'm speaking of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I thought I went by
There's
yesterday.
a new one. I don't know
Unless
if it's
I
still
was-
there behind,
Tunnel vision.
Common
I-
Road. Somebody moved up.
Oh, there's been a shed moved from behind, number 11 Colony Road.
Yeah,
And it's,
yeah.
about a 12 by 16 or
Is that good size?
pretty
one?
good sized storage shed that has been moved out onto the property. That needs to,
Be addressed.
yeah, needs to be addressed.
See, with never any enforcement back there, it's becoming just a storage
Yeah.
area
The
back
whole
there.
thing
It
is
went from-
closed there.
It went from an overnight parking deal to a long-term.
Well, part of that was we were waiting for something from Mud on the
Mud on
clarity
the
of all
street.
I
that.
don't think mud has
Streets.
anything to do with that.
I don't
Well, they-
either,
that's-
but we
if you
still
look-
were waiting for clarity.
If you look at the plats,
Should I put the
that's
answer?
green area back there.
I know that.
What is the
Today
parking
20th?
restriction on that area? No street parking
Well,
or
if it's
what?
green area, there shouldn't be.
Well,
No, no, I
that's-
don't mean that. I
The
mean-
rules and regulations say no
Sure,
overnight
that's all
parking
it
on the
is,
street.
right?
It's,
Right, and that's, so the people using, I would assume they're using the back, well, they're using the street anyway, they're parking across the street anyway.
Right.
I've got it.
But I would assume that that was the reasoning for the, to start using it originally was to, for parking.
Well, there was a
because they couldn't allow
couple
the
of places,
There were, yeah,
David Palmer
and
has asphalt, and then Bill Hahn has asphalt. That originally was
Sorry, Bill.
AJ Foyt's.
and
He had permission to park back there and paid a lease agreement to the Ford. When he sold the property to Maggie, that lease agreement was null and void.
Right.
And so there's been no agreement back there.
It was still used in the same manner, but.
It's still used in the same manner, but there's no agreement.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I was just wondering if that was the original intention of the people, because you know, no street parking, they would.
Well, they asked to be able to build garages back there, and the board denied it.
Well, okay.
The board denied to sell them the property or to allow them to use it
Anyway,
for parking.
Well,
So
if you
they
notice-
just started.
Considering the
If you'll
location,
notice, some
I
of them
don't see a
properties-
problem with the parking back there, if it's vehicles that are coming in, parking and leaving. It's the storage that's the issue.
Yeah, it's the
Right.
storage
Right,
of
become a collection
RVs.
point for,
There's actually a storage building now has been moved.
would you make a note to, check to see if the letter got sent on the horse trailer? And you say right now there's a storage building back there now?
Yeah, it was moved from behind number 11,
Yes. you're right.
Colony Road.
Yeah. I need to get
It's got a lock on it, it's been pretty well leveled, I think they pulled it out of the backyard,
You can see where they took the fence down and put it back up.
put the fence back up.
But before they have it, they're permanent.
Well, it's pretty much permanent right now, they just don't have it anchored.
Yeah, it needs to go back where it
Oh.
was.
People are storing their lawnmowers back there, trailers,
I know.
tractors.
Movable stuff rather than storage stuff is a different thing. Easier to get
Well,
rid
a
of.
car in and out,
Yes.
nobody seems to have a problem with it, but parking other stuff back there is.
Then, since the plats, you say the plats show that that's all greenery, it's not
Yeah,
a, it's
the
not
only
an
reason it got
alley or a
paved was they
street?
put a sewer line down through there and they covered it over with, when they did the sewer line.
Is that an alley?
It doesn't show to be an alley on the plat, it shows to be a green area.
The reason I'm asking is because if you go down there, down at the very beginning, you got those, the old storage units or garages back there.
Yeah, those were built behind the, apartments.
Yeah.
Right, but was that paved originally up to that point?
Just up to that point.
Okay, so that was the way it was designed and that this.
And basically what we need to do is have a letter sent to all the people along Colony Road there, that if they have anything, any type of vehicle, trailer, whatever parked over there, they got to remove it.
We have,
Oh, we have?
And it hasn't gone anywhere.
and it hasn't gone
We
anywhere.
need the board to back it.
Okay, the board needs to
The
be,
board backed us on
And it
that,
still didn't go
and
anywhere.
it still didn't go anywhere.
well, then it's time to go to court.
And the reason it didn't go anywhere is how we came back into mud in the streets.
Yeah,
That's how it didn't go anywhere. And it became a boat anchor, and we've been dragging it around.
Well, then
ever
Mud,
since.
Mud needs
either
to say
way-
this is not ours, it belongs to the association, and that,
Well,
It doesn't
that's
make
what
any
we tried to
difference,
get.
mud
They're
doesn't
gonna-
allow, there's no overnight parking
Yeah.
on the street,
I
you know,
understand.
whether it's
Mud-
mud or green area.
Bill Hahn said, when this first come up, Bill Hahn said that he had permission to park his Airstream back there. And then it come up later, the Mud said they had not given permission to anybody to park back there.
okay.
So
Why
it's-
would Muddy?
But then you go back to what you just said, no parking on the street. The street doesn't belong to us as far as that jurisdiction, it belongs to Mud. And we're
It's
trying to
being
get a
parked on it.
Mud's
clarification.
upholding the forts,
I know,
yeah.
so we sort of, catch-22 on this.
Well, actually, if the streets belong to Mud, we can't dictate whether the cars park up there or not. See, back originally,
No, we
back
can, our
when they-
rules and regulations.
When these
say-
CCNRs were drawn up, it's when we thought we owned them streets, or we did own them. But since we no longer own those streets, that basically kills that part of the
Yeah, it's a
CCNR.
whole different ballgame.
It's a different ballgame completely there.
Because they're parking on the street all the time.
I understand.
We
But that's not
understand.
street.
No, I know, I'm just saying that.
That's not
they're using-
street
I
back there,
understand
that's
that
green
too.
area
I
Yeah.
know.
that they're parking on. If
But
you
I'm just
want,
saying, it's
the
CCN.
street is between the houses and where all of this stuff is being stored.
But what I'm saying is, anywhere it says the CCNRs that you cannot park on the street overnight, is
Doesn't
null
say
and
that.
void because the Mud owns the
It
streets.
doesn't say that in any CCNR. That's the reason it's in a separate set of rules and regulations
Or wherever
that
it says.
says no overnight parking on the street.
Right.
Which is
But
being
we-
done all over the
But
place.
is
That
that's
covers
a,
the entire fort.
Yeah,
that's
but
an
people are parking in the
association
streets all over the
That
place.
may be, but it's still null and void because Mud owns the streets now. We have no control on who parks on those streets. How do you figure that? We give them the streets.
Well, we give them the streets, but they can't give permission to park on them.
Well, they don't have to.
And we can control it by saying that you can't park on the streets overnight.
If they ask us to do that, though, don't they have to ask us to make sure people don't park there or something? We're getting into a lot of technicalities, and when you get in court,
Yeah.
it's,
That's where the fort's attorney needs to address it.
yes, exactly.
But first, the Mud and the fort need to get together and find out who owns what.
That's right.
and that hasn't come about.
Because the problem keeps coming up when somebody wants to put something
keep
somewhere,
passing the
they
buck.
just,
Yeah,
they
that's
just
the point.
swap land around
Yes.
and and so nobody knows who owns what.
Okay, anything else, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Question,
Yes.
the letter for the person with the horse trade, you can tell me where that needs to go exactly, so I don't have to look for it and find it. The person that's got the trailer, the letter needs to go to which lot?
What was his name?
And
You mentioned.
I don't know his name. It's
Oh,
on Dawn
it's on
Drive.
Dawn Drive.
He's right at the end of Dawn Drive, just before Hattie's house, on the left-hand side.
Dawn
His
Drive.
address is on,
Right over there.
what's that little short street?
That's Dawn Drive.
Is that Dawn Drive?
Yeah.
It goes down into my street.
Yeah, okay. It's the last
there's
one
that,
on the
the
back.
old
Well, I
RV
know
park.
who,
Don't
I know
drive
who
those
used to
routes
keep a
like
trailer
that.
there, it was
Over here.
Watkins,
Gotcha.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Neil, but I don't know what,
This
they,
belongs to this fellow that bought the house
I
there.
can
On the corner?
find it
Yeah.
that way.
Well, it used to be parked right down on the corner.
yes,
Yeah.
And,
I've
and when
seen
we
it
sent
on
this
TV.
letter out, this has been some time ago,
yeah.
the horse trailer was moved up, further up the block.
Right.
I think he's just,
Okay, needs to move it some more, don't it?
needs to move it off the,
Right.
Would you make another notation, I will not be here next week, it's
Sure.
for an operation on Monday. So I should make the next one.
Anything else, ladies
Yeah, I
and
think
gentlemen?
if we can get out of here by this time next week, I can be here, but if we're gonna be late, I won't be able to be here.
Oh,
I'd have to be out of here by 10, so I can come.
oh, we'll get you out of here by ten.
Oh, that's easy.
And we'll have to excuse you during the meeting and let you go.
That's fine. Well, I just, you know, I know, that's what I said, we do it. by this
Motion to
time.
adjourn? We're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
That's kind of wild.